It was a gigantic win for Big Blue, certainly on Sunday night. But in the aftermath of that Dallas defeat, Monday morning quarterbacks are questioning the starting Cowboys rookie quarterback, Dak Prescott. And that means only one thing. We potentially could have the best quarterback controversy ever. You know what? I always defer to you guys, but let me just express the extent of the incredulity that I'm feeling that there is even this kind of conversation going on. It makes no sense. However, before I get to the experts here, let's take a look at how this conversation took place back on week 5 when the Cowboys were 4-1. My colleague and co-host Adam Shine was hosting. Take a look.
I still don't know what that means. It's just Tony's job. Yeah, what does that mean?
What exactly does it mean?
That Tony's a quarterback.
He's 4-1.
No,
Dak Prescott's the quarterback.
Right now, it's still Tony's job.
Michael, is it still Tony's job?
In week 5, it was Tony's job. And I said then, if Dak goes out and start beating these NFC teams, which he did, that sooner or later, it'll be hard to give him back.
So who should be the starting quarterback now?
Right now is no doubt at 11-2. The best record in the NFL held by Dak Prescott. It should be Dak Prescott to have a chance to continue this role. I'm blown away, too.
Is there controversy?
Oh, my God. I'm blown away with everything that's going on.
I think this is awesome because there are 31 other franchises and fans that just love this whole thing and all the stress that's building down in Dallas right now. Goes, come on. What was Jerry Jones telling you in the box during the game on Sunday night? What was he saying?
No, we talked through the game. We were talking about what's happening on the football field and everything, trying to put me in something over here. And we talked about what was happening. Now, what I did say to them was, let's calm down. This might be the best loss
you said that to whom?
Ever have.
So they are
to the Joneses in there.
Well,
this was a good. Let me tell you why this is good. First of all, the last 2 weeks, the Cowboys have met with playoff-like atmospheres. And they haven't stepped up to that atmosphere. And I said prior to those 2 weeks that maybe a loss refocuses you. Because, guys, when you're winning 10, 12 games in a row, Monday morning is movie sessions. You're not even studying the films like you need to study. This put them back to studying, and they lost to the Giants. You don't have to worry about the Giants in the playoffs. No team beats a team 3 times in the season.
This could be the kryptonite to this great Dallas Cowboy team. So let me ask you this question. When will they turn to Tony Romo?
They're not turning to Tony Romo right now. No, you cannot pull this kid off the football field right now.
If your life depended upon it,
there we go.
Who is the quarterback from this point forward for you?
Well, right now, I got to tell you, Dak Prescott over the last 2 games against 2 really good defenses on the road, very difficult. He was 8 of 16, 58 yards.
To win a game.
58 yards, 2 interceptions, and 2 sacks on 3rd down. That's the quarterback's down. That's the down where you got to make plays, and that's what he had been doing prior to these 2 weeks.
Right.
I'm going to give him the first half against Tampa.
First half?
I am. I'm going to give him the first half against Tampa. And I want to get him early completions. I want to get him early throws. I want to get him
he's got a quick hook for you.
And I have to build up his confidence. This is a good Tampa team that they're going to face.
Wait a minute. What's the record now?
11-2. 11-2.
Okay, I want to join the segment. First off, that was week 5. You showed up. You 2 have gained a lot of weight since then. Holy Christ. That's the first thing I noticed. But let me see. What was the question? This week, if my life depends.
Absolutely.
Are you nuts? Of course I'm going to play Dak Prescott. What do you think playing quarterback in the NFL is? I almost fell out of my chair here. What do you think you can just step in there and turn into the guy?
Down.
That's right.
Down.
He came off an injury in preseason. He didn't play in preseason. He's not getting practice reps. Boomer, you're an ex-quarterback. You know you don't step back in there and become the guy that you once were. It takes a long time. How about last year? Tony Romo's hurt. Comes down and wins down in Miami. He did not play well. The following week, he plays the Carolina Panthers. He's awful. So to think that he's going to come in there and be the guy that we remember from when he was healthy in the
Is that what folks are holding on to? They're remembering back when?
Yeah, they do. Just like this. Peyton Manning missed a preseason once, and he started the regular season. It took him, I did some of the games, he said it took him into week 5 to get into the flow, the feel of the game, to do it in live action. It's just not, you just can't step in there and be this.
But you know, fair point. But my point is that early in the game this week against Tampa, they got to start rebuilding his confidence. They got to run the ball better than they have the last couple weeks. They got to throw on first down, a lot of play action, get him out of the pocket, screens, and get him back into the flow.
But Michael, hasn't the kid shown all of the temperament, all of the qualities that you like to see?
And I would have liked to have seen that last drive if Dez didn't make the fumble, because this kid has won many games this year on that last drive in overtime. I wanted to give him the opportunity to pull that out. He did not get that opportunity. I asked you about this, Phil. I said, now, wait a minute. Late in that game, I'm sitting at the game, and I'm thinking, they should be going down the field more. And they were not going down the field. Now, his greatest asset has been that he plays within his game, Dak Prescott. But now, does it become his greatest liability, or is that Scott Linehan not calling the plays to give him the opportunity down the field?
The plays are called to go down the field. His last 2 games, just decision-making, I would say would be 2 of his worst so far as a quarterback in the league. He has missed some guys down the field that were open. They didn't throw to. But it's the way they've trained him. Boomer said 3rd down. Well, you know, he's been in great 3rd down situations because they dominate the run game. They're trying the screens. They're trying the bootlegs. Everybody has seen all that now. Sooner or later, as an NFL quarterback, you've got to stand in the pocket and you've got to throw some missiles down the field into tight spots. And that's what we really haven't seen from him.
Consensus here, so Dak stays.
Yeah, I go with Dak.
Quick look, though.
I definitely start him, but I got to make sure that I'm seeing him get his confidence back. And if he doesn't, then I think I owe it to everybody else
and Dak
to go in a different direction.
Yeah, I think it's more than a 1 game. I'm not saying he's going to finish it out, but, you know, man, you got to back him.
It's awesome, though, Jimmy.
I can't believe this, man.
I hope Dak doesn't listen to what people talk about.
And now that's something
you know what?
seen. How will he handle that?